My name is Kelly Antwine. I'm a licensed professional counselor here at Preston Place Counseling in Dallas, Texas. Let's talk for just a minute about depression, anxiety, and trauma. Depression disorders affect approximately 18.8 million adults in the United States alone. About 1 out of 10 adults between the ages of 18 and older are affected in any given year. 54% of people believe depression is a personal weakness. 41% of depressed women are too embarrassed to seek help. 80% of depressed people are not currently receiving any treatment. Depression will be the second largest killer after heart disease by the year 2020 if something is not done and done quickly. Anxiety is another mental illness that affects a number of people throughout the United States and is closely aligned with depression. In fact, most people that are diagnosed with anxiety also suffer from depression and vice versa. Anxiety disorders are highly treatable, as is depression. The main thing that we need to determine is where does this anxiety and depression come from? In many cases, depression and anxiety are a direct result of psychological trauma that has been suffered at some point during a person's life. Psychological trauma is a type of damage to the psyche that occurs as a result of a severely distressing event. When that trauma leads to post-traumatic stress disorder, damage may involve physical changes inside the brain and to the brain chemistry, which changes the person's response to future stress. Typical causes and dangers of psychological trauma are sexual abuse, employment discrimination, police brutality, bullying, domestic violence, being the victim of an alcoholic parent, particularly in childhood, life-threatening medical conditions, medical-induced trauma. Catastrophic events such as earthquakes and volcanoes, tornadoes, war, other mass violence can also cause significant psychological trauma, and long-term exposure to these situations, such as extreme poverty or milder forms of abuse such as verbal abuse, can be just as traumatic and devastating in a person's life. Now, many times we are embarrassed about seeking treatment for depression and/or anxiety. But as you can tell, it's very common that the people that you work with, the people that you associate with, are also suffering in silence with their depression and anxiety. Recently, I had an opportunity to write a poem entitled In Search of Being that I think in some ways speaks and addresses some of the nuances of depression and anxiety in a way that may help you relate. It goes like this. As I walk among the rabbits and the quail, mingled with the wounded and the frail, exploring my life before, finding anger, guilt, shame, and more, I fear what I do and do not know, remembering memories I cannot let go. Creates a sadness deep in my bones, locked in a place where I'm all alone. To isolate causes more pain, but risking rejection is all in vain. I attempt to let you know me, but without your input I have no identity. To find myself in hidden places, uncovering so many different faces, if only I could simply find one, might allow life to be more fun. Difficulty here is all the work, finding reasons for all the quirks of my personality and character traits. Are depression and anxiety my ultimate fate? Lift me up out of this abyss. Staying stuck, my life I will miss. Should I linger much too long in this state where I don't belong? Be still, my soul, be quiet, my mind. Help me, God, that I might find a safe way to a peaceful place where I can see just one smiling face. I deserve a better life, one not filled with so much strife, a time of peace and happiness, calm and quiet without restlessness. The mirror in my room only reflects an image that I sometimes check to see if the outside matches the in, or if it's only a mask that says to begin. Another search, another dig, down deep in my heart so very big, it bursts with love just as a plea. This time, I will surely find me. If depression and anxiety are troubling you and causing you to miss out on the life that you want to live, don't hesitate. Pick up your telephone and call today. We have a number of therapists and counselors here at Preston Place that are more than willing to work with you and help you overcome the problems in your life. You don't have to be relegated to a life of depression and anxiety based on the psychological trauma that you may have experienced as a child. Let us help you. We stand ready and willing to listen and understand exactly who you are. Thank you.